And it is September, it's fall, the leaves are changing, the air is crisp, and all I want to do is cozy up with some fall treats and a mug of tea watching When Harry Met Sally and Practical Magic, is what I would say if it wasn't still almost 90 degrees outside. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda. I know that's what I get for living in the South, but I desperately miss fall, like regular fall. We have a friend today. You would just hold your head. Today we're making an apple crisp coffee cake. It's a rich buttery vanilla coffee cake with a spiced apple filling and a super delicious crumb topping. I'm very excited to share it with you guys, and I think it's going to be the perfect like transition baked good as we hopefully finally get into cooler weather. Let's get into this coffee cake. But first, we have two components that we have to prep before we can get into the cake, and that is the apple crisp filling and the crumble topping. So let's go do that. So this is the basis for our apple crisp filling and topping. You don't really want to go too big on these apples because you want to make sure that they are small enough to evenly distribute on the top and you don't have any heavy spots where it could sink into the cake basically. If you finish and you're like, oh my gosh, this piece of apple is like definitely way too big to go on the cake, that's totally fine. Quality control. So basically what we're gonna do with this is macerate the apples in kind of like a spiced blend. I've added some sugar. We're gonna add some spices that are similar to the like crumble topping. Some salt, of course. And if you're like, I have apple pie spice, I'd rather use that, then just use that. That's totally fine. I am kind of like particular about what I want to taste, but if you're like, I hate nutmeg, don't put it in there. If you're like my boss and you hate cardamom, don't put it in there. I respect you and your decisions, and whatever you choose to do is all right with me. Okay, so basically we're gonna stir this together, and this is gonna sit while we are making the cake batter. So, oh, I forgot the flour. One second, I forgot the flour. I got the flour. So this filling is kind of like a big balancing act. Basically, the sugar, while we want it in there to sweeten and for flavor, it's gonna draw out a lot of the moisture from the apples. We don't want it too wet because then it's just gonna bake into the cake and make it soggy or not baked all the way through. So I've added a little bit of flour to basically thicken that up and just kind of control the moisture a little bit. Setting this off to the side. And now that our crumble is done and our apple layer is done, it's finally time to get started on the actual cake part of this cake. Okay, we're finally ready for the oven. I know this seems like a lot of stuff to go onto a cake, and you may be worried, is this gonna sink? Is this even gonna hold up? I promise it does. It does not sink. It doesn't really dome. It stays pretty flat, which is what you would want in a coffee cake anyway. But because we're using a thicker batter, it is gonna be able to hold up all of the delicious goodies that we have inside and on top of this cake. So we're gonna go bake this. It's 350 for about an hour. I know it's a long time, but there is a lot of stuff in here, and I promise it's worth the wait. And then I will check back in with you guys once it's out of the oven and we can try it. So that was it. I know it was kind of like a simpler, shorter video today. They don't always have to be crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like the buttery vanilla cake really lets the spiced apples and the spiced crumble shine and taste so good. This is like the perfect autumn morning breakfast with like a cup of coffee and a good book and some music playing, if you by chance have the time for that. I really hope you guys enjoyed the recipe in today's video. I know this is a simpler one and probably gonna be a shorter video, but I'm really happy with how it came out. It's probably one of my favorite seasonal recipes. I've been craving something like this for so long. I love apple desserts and I love coffee cake, and this is just kind of like the perfect autumn breakfast. Like this is exactly what I wanted this time of year. The apples still have a really good bite to them. They're not completely mush, even though they were in the oven for an hour. And that's kind of why I didn't pre-cook them, to get all the liquid out. I really didn't want them to just go mush and disappear inside of the cake. So you have buttery, vanilla-y, super moist, rich cake. You have 2 layers of these spiced apples that still have a good bite to them and a great texture, not completely mush, and this delicious spiced crumble to top it all off. The best part of the coffee cake is always the crumble, and this one is so buttery and so delicious. So literally so easy to put together. Even though there's 3 components to it, it's so easy to put together, and then you'll be snacking on it for a while. This is a taller cake. It doesn't overflow in the 9-inch pan, but it definitely fits the 9-inch pan. So do not put this in an 8-inch pan. It will not fit. And if you want to try it with something else, if you want to try it with pears, I think that would be delicious. If you want to take the apples out and just do a layer of the crumble in the middle, or just some cinnamon sugar in the middle, I also think that would be delicious. Or if you want to add some flavor to the cake as well, you can absolutely do that. I left it as like a vanilla-y cake because I really wanted the flavor of the apples and the crumble to shine, and I think that they do. I would have gone and done a cute little apple picking video like I did for the peach picking video last year, I think, but there are no apple orchards near me. So I got my apples at the Piggly Wiggly, which is, you know, close enough. I hope you guys try the cake out, and if you do, please let me know. You can either leave a comment on the video, or all of my socials are in the caption. And while you're in the comment section, let me know what you're making this fall. Let me know what is on your fall baking bucket list, or if there's any like soups that you're making. Any braises? I love a braise. I know that as the weather cools off, people are excited to actually get back in their kitchens and turn the ovens on. So let me know what you're doing in the kitchen this month. Make sure to subscribe because I put out at least one recipe a month in long form like this. And then I also put out some tiny little mini recipes on Reels, Shorts. What is it on YouTube? I don't remember what it's called. I think they're shorts on YouTube. But I put out shorter form recipes also in the middle, so you guys have plenty of recipes to choose from. And that's gonna be it for this video. I hope that you guys are all happy and safe wherever you are in the world. And whether you've been baking for your entire life or you've just turned into the kitchen to distract you from the literal terrors happening outside of our door, welcome to the community. I'm happy to have you here, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye. Guster says bye. Come here, Bubba. Oh, come here. Guster says bye.